Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark. This is Spiguyver Backpacking. Today we are finally back out on the trail. It has been way too long, and this is a trip I desperately needed. So it's a little bit cloudy, probably gonna rain. So of course I've got Rain Man with me. It's gonna bring it. I think we're gonna get some storms today, maybe tomorrow, but it's okay. At least we're out here, we're doing it, and they need the rain. I mean, this is normally where I'm standing right now is normally underwater. You can see over on this side, that is normally underwater. And so right here, this crossing, normally we get our feet wet, but it's gonna be, let me flip you around and show you. It's gonna be actually pretty easy to hop across some rocks here and get across. So, all right, come on along. Let's do this. Let's go. So I mentioned it before, but we are on the Butterfield Trail once again here in Devil's Den in Arkansas. It's one of the closest decent trails that we've got. For me, it's about a 3.5 hour drive, which, yeah, that's about the closest I've got, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, this is a good trail. This is a good trail to get out on, a good weekend trail, 15, 16 miles. So decent mileage, and we've seen 2 people on the trail so far. We saw 2 people like up on top of a bluff, kind of, I'm not sure what they were doing, being loud, but other than that, I don't know. We've seen 2 people on the trail, so not a highly used trail during this time. And as you can see, this should all be water, but that's what we've got for water. So we're stopping right now. I'm gonna get some water and filter it. Set it up for the side. All right, so we made our way to camp. Our camp is not normally This isn't where we would normally have chosen to camp. Actually, there's a site a little ways that way that we would prefer, and really the one we wanted is just a little ways down that way. Problem is, there's people at both of them. And that's kind of the problem, is we went counterclockwise, so it's longer for us to get here than it is for them starting. Especially, a lot of people actually don't start down at the bottom, they start up at the top of the hill, and so it's probably only 5-6 miles to here, as opposed 3 to 4, so not very far. And so, you know, it's an easy trip in for an overnighter for them. We did find a spot though, right here along the river, so we've got good, relatively easy access. You know, right here it's kind of steep, but if we go right over here we can get down. And so just set up right here. So here's my setup. I've got the hammock gear, 11-foot Winter Palace DCF tarp. Got it pitched out pretty wide. I've got it kind of high. And then for the hammock this weekend, I went with the Superior gear. Just the netless, the integrated quilt. And the thing I love about this is just how dead simple this thing is. It does have an adjustable ridge line, but I've got it set where I like it, so I'm not messing with it. I made sure I got the hang right where it needed to be to get that hang, that right angle. Got the hang time hook up there. It's on backwards, but I'll fix that before I use it. But this just, at the length that I've got the ridge line, gives a great lay, and there's absolutely no messing with this underquilt. You get in it and it's there. And look at the amount of loft. I mean, this thing is a conservative 30 degrees. I think it's probably like a 15 degree, honestly, with just the amount of loft that's there. Just super good downy goodness right there. So this wasn't really an established camp. There was a little fire ring here, but it's not really a clear area, so we had to look around and find some spots for trees. But Raymond went down and grabbed a couple of rocks so we could have a place to sit. And we did bring out, since weather's kind of changed, although it's been unseasonably warm, Raymond did bring out some Baileys, and we bought a bunch of, I think between the two of us, we've got close to 20 G7 coffee mixes with us and 16 ounces of Baileys, so we should be okay for one night. 2 nights we'd be pushing it, but for one night I think we'll be okay. But it is warm enough we probably could have gotten away with doing some margaritas, but you know, we'll suffer through. It's December. It's after the 1st of December, and so it's Bailey season. We'll walk over here and take a look at what Rayman's got set up. It looks like he's got the Winter Palace. He's got a chameleon. Yeah, he's got a chameleon with the top cover on it. Yeah, it's got the moonlight top cover. And Cedar Ridge 20-30s on top. Cedar Ridge 20 degree under, 30 degree upper quilt. So here's the setup, and you see it's got the moonlight, so he could open this up if it was a nice night and we weren't going to get rained on. You could open that up and see the stars, and then when it gets really cold, close it up, and so you've got the top cover, which, you know, the top cover definitely provides extra warmth and keeps in the warmth. The downside can be condensation, and that's where having something like the moonlight and being able to vent it really does help out a lot. Or getting the ventilator. Is it ventilator? I think it's called the bib, the breath bib. Yeah, I forget what I think it's called the ventilator or something like that. I've got one, and it goes kind of right in front of your face and hangs down, and so it keeps the condensation from your breath staying up at the upper part of your body and going out rather than going down and getting your quilt, any condensation built up that will fall onto your quilt, because that is something that I've had happen, is the top cover gets condensation on it that freezes, and then it kind of snows inside of your hammock on you, and then the warmth from you melts it, and you end up with a little bit of a damp top quilt. So having the ventilator, I'll look it up and let you guys know exactly what that's called. I think it's called something like that, but it hangs down and keeps that condensation from going down there. got here and we were getting stuff set up and discovered that somebody didn't bring fuel. So it's a good thing I brought the unlimited fuel. So we got piles of wood everywhere, easy. So we're using the wood stove, and we aren't going to run out of fuel there. So we did up some coffee, did some Baileys, and now I think it's time for some lunch. So I'm going to do the Thai style chicken soup. Awesome one of the best ones there. And the other, there's two that are amazing lunches, and we've got both of them here. So the yakitori chicken and fried rice is what Rayman has. So you can see that one right there. And I got this one, and these two are absolutely amazing. If you're looking for something that's lightweight, quick to do, and probably the most tasty thing you're gonna have in the woods, these two will do it for lunch. They'll do it for a second dinner. Yeah. They'll do it for dinner. They're a little bit small for dinner. They're a little bit small for dinner, but they're incredible. So it actually started raining a little bit. We got the rain jackets on, but this is ready to go. It's still pretty warm. Oh yeah, lots of steam still coming out of there. God, that's good.
Yeah, it is. I'm jealous.
That. You got to get yourself some of that. I'll leave a link down below. Here's the chicken fried rice.
Big chunk of chicken.
You can see that chicken. That is a big chunk. And if you look down in here, I mean, you've got all kinds of good stuff in there. But it's just the taste of it. The flavors are just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it rehydrates perfectly. I mean, look at the size of that piece of chicken right there.
She doesn't scrimp on meat.
No, not at all. What you got there?
You know, just a little bacon wrapped sirloin. We're out here roughing it.
Definitely roughing it.
Yeah.
So I slept pretty well last night. Didn't sleep a lot, but slept pretty well. The one thing that kept us from having like as good a night as we could have was it was pretty warm and pretty muggy, and especially for the quilts that I personally brought. I was using 30 degree, which, as I said, were generous 30 degree, probably more like 20 or 15 degree. And I woke up at one point absolutely drenched in sweat, and so had to pull the covers off of me, but it was also windy. So once the covers were off of me, that wind was hitting me, and it was a little bit chilly. So that was the only downside. Other than that, pretty good night, pretty quiet. So we just finished up our coffee, finished packing up, and in the next couple of minutes we'll be heading out of here, heading back down the trail. So that's a wrap on the weekend. Today actually turned out to be an extremely beautiful day. It's amazing that it is the beginning of December, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and we're in the 70s. I mean, totally not what you would expect, and not the norm for this area, but I'm not going to argue with that at all. Appreciate you guys coming along, and you know, definitely more to come, and I think that between Christmas and New Year's, we're going to plan something a little bit longer, get out and get a bigger trip in. So stay tuned for that. If you guys stuck around for this long, I appreciate it. If you haven't done so before, go down and hit that subscribe button. Helps us out tremendously, costs you absolutely nothing. Give us a like, leave a comment down below, let us know what you want to see. Appreciate you guys checking it out. I'll see you down the trail.